Hey, what's up, guys? Hunter x Hunter chapter 345 review. I was asking that like a question, like shit. Okay. This chapter was actually pretty good. I enjoyed last week's chapter a bit more, because of the revelation of Doan. Apparently it's pronounced Doan. Don, Doan. You know what? I'm calling him Doan because, Doan, Gone, why not? Because of Doan freaks. But that's just personal preference. I mean, I like last week's chapter a bit better, but that does not take away the fact that I enjoyed this week's chapter of Hunter x Hunter. I thought it was a very good chapter. Good chapter? Good chapter. I thought it was a good chapter of Hunter x Hunter. Now, I want to mention one quick thing. Hiatus X Hiatus is back. Yes. No. Honestly, people are pissed off about this, of course. Oh, Togashi, you're taking another hiatus. Oh my god. He's not on hiatus yet. He's just taking a break. And honestly, at first when I saw like the end of the chapter, I was kind of chuckling like, Togashi, come on, dude. But he deserves a break. Come on. He's made 5 good chapters. 5 good or great. Yes, I'm gonna call them great chapters of Hunter x Hunter. 5 great chapters of Hunter x Hunter. So he deserves a rest. I mean, look at this. Look at all this awesome setup. Doesn't he just deserve like a week off? Come on. Come on. I mean, come on, dude. He's only one man. That still doesn't justify the 2-year hiatus, but come on. He's one man. Let him take a week off. Okay, so this chapter could actually that's a new word now. Fuck, dude. This chapter could be split into 4 to 5 parts. The first part is Gon losing his Nen. Or, no, that was briefly mentioned in last week's chapter. But just Gon's discussion or talk with Jean and how he went home to Mito. So basically, I was a bit confused with this part because Jean said that Gon's aura, it's there, but he can't see it. So, and Jean says that Gon should be grateful because when he went into his, that mode during the Chimera Ant arc, he could have lost a lot more than just his Nen. So, I guess this chapter clarifies that Gon's Nen, I guess kind of, because it's kind of contradicted later on in the chapter. Gon says, oh, I lost my Nen completely. He didn't say completely, but he said that he lost his Nen. But, so does this mean that Aluka actually, he was brought back to normal? Because when you hear, oh, your aura is there, you just can't see it. So does that mean that he was literally brought back to normal to the beginning of the series, or is his Nen gone completely? I mean, it's weird. It really is. Like, that really needs to be touched up upon a bit more. I wish it was a bit more direct. But I think it's safe to assume that, yes, Gon's Nen, he still has Nen, but he can't release it yet. So he just needs someone to release his Nen, and then he can continue upon Nen training. But the more important thing for Gon to do right now is to just figure out what he wants to do in life. Sort of, yeah, like Killua, when Killua was traveling with Gon. Because he was traveling with Gon not just because he was friends with Gon, or he still is friends with him, but he also wanted to find out what he wanted to do in life. And that's exactly what Gon needs to do right now. Because he's been on all these crazy adventures to find Jean, and now that he finally found Jean, like, he doesn't know what to do with his life, so he just needs to spend a bit more time to figure out what exactly he wants to do. And we even get just a bit more clarification about Gon's initial goal for Jean. Like, he just wanted to find Jean. It's not like he literally wanted to like get to know him as like a father to son, as a father, father-son relationship. But he just wanted to find him because he heard all these stories about him. And that's another thing, he doesn't see Jean as like his father in a way. Like he sees him as some kind of like super awesome relative who he's heard like all these stories about. And just again with the whole Nen thing, like actually, because Gon, he initially wanted to go to the Dark Continent with Jean, but at this point he'd just be a hindrance, he'd just be in the way, and it's not like, and Gon, I see, he would want to go with Jean if he like really got to know him. And I mean, sure, he talked with him and all, but it's not like he really got to know Jean. Like he doesn't know the core of Jean. Blah, holy shit! I need water, dude. He doesn't know like the core of Jean. He doesn't know his true strength, and since he doesn't have Nen, he can't figure that out yet. He doesn't know Jean's true capacity or his true strength. So, she's good. We get characterization from fucking Gon, who's not gonna be relevant in the Dark Continent. And you know what? I'm fine with that. I mean, it's time, because we've seen enough of Gon and Killua. We need to focus on Kurapika, Leorio, Jean, Netero, Pariston, these guys. Because we got enough of Gon and Killua, not to discredit them in any way, shape, or form. But it's just, I want to see these characters in action, dude. And it's just weird to see like Gon go to this new lifestyle of he has to work on school, and he has to write like all these documents. He's like government up his ass and just some shit like that. So he's going back to a regular life, and that transition in itself seems really weird. It's like going on a vacation for a whole year and then being smacked with schoolwork, like going on all these adventures and then just becoming a regular person. So it'll be interesting to see Gon transition to that. And just one more thing, but oh wow, 7 minutes in, I'm talking about Gon the whole time. But I'm sure, yeah, Gon still has his Nen, but it just needs to be released. Like Aluka literally brought him back to normal, as most of us thought. So just give Gon time. I'm sure he'll be back in the next arc, but he just needs to figure out what the hell he wants to do, and then he'll get his Nen back and progress to the level that he was. Like, of course, not that form, but the way he was like in the beginning of the Chimera Ant arc, just like getting his like power back. That's the thing. Okay, part 2. Jean and Netero's group. I'm going to try to keep this short because I don't want to go like into a 20-minute video. But basically with Jean's group, or Netero's group, is that they're all specialists. What their abilities are, we don't know. But these guys are all specialists, and they have certain abilities that will help Netero in the Dark Continent. And also keeping Netero as the leader of their group and having Pariston as the vice leader or number 2 keeps Pariston in charge of everything in a certain way behind the scenes, like he's leading them behind the scenes. And they were all hired through Pariston, so, and to like prevent conflict between these two groups, they split themselves up, where one group they want Jean's money and another group they don't want Jean's money. So if they're not united, then they're not gonna listen to Jean. So they're mediators in a sense. They're preventing conflict right now. And basically, yeah, so Pariston can control everything behind the scenes and be like the true fucking leader. Thinking about the chapter now, like I'm sure I forgot some information in this part, but I'm naming off like the basics here, Because, like, I forget exactly what Gene said. I mean, I don't have a reference with me right now. Because I fixed up my camera, man. I fixed up my fucking camera. So I don't have to use this fucking laptop to use my camera and, like, bring up a reference. Obviously, I'm not gonna, like, read off the chapter, but I'm just naming things that I remember from it. And even with Pariston, we get characterization from him as well. He's never come across this before. How Gene and him have the same thought process. They have the same way of thinking. And that's why Pariston hates this. He hates Gene. And he's... Remember when he said a couple chapters back, if he loves something, he's gonna destroy it. But what happens if he hates something? Because he hates Gene right now. Because he's ruining Pariston's plans. So it goes to show what's going through Pariston's mind right now. Because we still don't know what Pariston truly wants. Because we know that if he loves something, he's gonna destroy it. But what if he hates something? What's he gonna do with that? Like, who knows? And even with Gene, he's willing to go through all this shit to just be the second in command. Numero... Wow, fail. Number 2. So... And he even figured out, like, the approximate amount of members. Like, he wants to keep this group, because there are others as well, aside from the 10 people. But he wants to keep this group at a minimum of 25. A lot less than the people from the organization that are going, which is like 200 members. So you can't exceed over 200 members. Or Gene, he's gonna have to, like, sell his fucking arm and his leg to pay for all of this. Because Beyond, this dude, Beyond, he's paying these people over 1 billion. Like, I don't know the currency, but he's paying them over 1 billion. And another group of people, I forgot what that group's name was called exactly, but, like, he's paying them 200 million. So Gene's gonna pay double that, 2 billion. Holy shit. And he's willing to go through all of this just to take Pariston's spot. And of course, I mean, I'm stating the obvious here, but I'm sure he just doesn't want Pariston to be in this position of authority where he has control of all these freaking specialists, so he could he's like holding them in the palm of his hand, controlling them and manipulating them and whatnot. Like, I'm sure Gene doesn't want that. So that's why I think he wants to be number 2, to just keep Pariston and Netero in check, so can maintain the power balance as well, in a way. So yeah, Gene, he doesn't want Pariston doing any crazy shit. That's what I'm assuming. I'm sure there's more to it than that, but from what I can see, that's really it. Again, I'm sure there's a deeper meaning. And Pariston, what does this dude want? Like, is he strong? I'm sure if he doesn't like have a specific like Nen type, or if he can't even use Nen, he's still dangerous psychologically. So that's part 2. Holy fucking hell. At this rate, this is gonna be like a 25-minute video. I hope not. Part 3. The 4th Prince of Kakin. Goddamn. This dude, I'm sure we all knew that this wasn't some kind of regular average Joe. Obviously, Kurapika's not gonna waltz up to him and just take the eyes from him right then and there. He's not gonna go up to him and kill him. But I'm sure, like, Kurapika's not gonna kill him, because who does Kurapika want to kill? The Phantom Troop. And he's not really interested in anyone else. He isn't interested in killing anyone else. But still, this isn't gonna be a cakewalk where Kurapika can just go up there and give me your eyes, man. Give me your eyes, because that's not happening. Because this dude is a threat. in a sense, from what we can see here, at the moment, he's a minor threat. But I can see him being a major threat to Kurapika down the line. Because I remember last week, I'm not sure if it was last week or the week before that, where I said, like, maybe the prince, like, collects body parts or something. Like, does more shit than just collecting scarlet eyes. And of course, I wasn't, like, right on the money, but not to sound conceited, but I was kinda in that area. Because here, he slaughtered, we don't know how, but he slaughtered these two women. Probably even more before these two women. Because he orders his servant, whatever the fuck, to bring in 2 more women. Shit. From this, basically, he's bringing up women. Why? We don't fucking know. But he's bringing up 2 women, and he wants to see, from what we can see here, he wants to see if they share the same interests as himself. And the only 2 things that these 2 women were interested in were fashion and having sex, intercourse. So I guess he doesn't like that, and he slaughters them. Like, we don't know how. Who knows? Maybe he raped them before, like, killing them in any way. Who knows? Maybe he butt-fucked them with a knife. Like, we don't know. We don't know. All we know is that he mutilated them in some way, because there's blood everywhere. He's in the shower, and blood is just going down the drain. Like, it's disgusting, and not in a good way. Ugh. So, we can definitely see Prince of Kakin being a major threat. Not in strength, but psychologically, he's a threat. In a sense. And, just goddamn, seeing how Kurapika is gonna deal with this might even affect him psychologically. Like, we don't know. We still don't know about the Prince or Pariston. Like, these 2 characters are fucked up in the head, dude. Like, and just, we need more from them, and we're gonna get more from them, but it's interesting to think about. And now, the 4th part, which should be the final part. I mean, the last part's with Kurapika and Cow and everything. Let me just briefly mention that, like, Kurapika and the Cow are talking about, like, how are you gonna deal with the Prince? Like, what if he struggles? And Kurapika, he states that he's encountered 2 people that, they wouldn't hand over the eyes to him. And Kurapika, he still got the eyes from them without killing them. So, you can see that Kurapika's probably not going to kill the Prince, but who knows? Maybe seeing all this shit that the Prince is doing. Like, because the Prince, he's doing shit. Wow, that was a great summary there. Wow. But there's more to him than just collecting eyes. We know that much. So this might affect Kurapika to the point where he might kill the Prince. We don't know. And just the final part is that the Hunters and Beyond have signed, Beyond has signed a contract, basically so that the organization can keep complete control over Beyond. How he has to be in their sights as much as possible. How he can't claim anything for his own. Like, if he finds something in the Dark Continent, he cannot claim for himself. It belongs to V6, and he can't broadcast anything over the media. I'm sure, like, I think it's the government, like, talking to Cheeto. Basically, if Beyond broadcasts this shit, then your ass is going in jail, along with his. So, this is serious shit. Like, Beyond is a huge fucking threat. Like, they don't want him doing any crazy shit. Like, because as they mentioned before, he's like, if he goes to the Dark Continent, he's gonna be like wild animals. Whoa! So it's very interesting to think about. Like, this is gonna be a great arc. A great freaking arc. Okay, that's it. I almost made it to the 20-minute mark. You know what? Fuck it. Okay. That's it for my Hunter x Hunter chapter review. I thought that this was a good chapter. I enjoyed it. We got a lot of shit to talk about. And I mean a lot of shit. And I just want to see more stuff from Leorio, because Leorio has a Nen ability, but we don't really know what it is. But it'll be cool to see him in action in Dark Continent. And Kurapika as well, the Prince, Beyond, Jean of course, and Pariston. So these 6 characters are very interesting right now. And 4 of them are a mystery, like we don't know. But okay, that's it. One quick thing, I'm actually reading Bleach right now, so you should, like, I have, hold on, let me see. I think I only have like 60 chapters left to read. I'm pretty sure I can like bang that out this week. So expect a Bleach chapter review next week. Okay. Good chapter of Hunter x Hunter. Really enjoying this arc. Okay. See you guys later. Bye.